brews, and banter.
Hey, Frank.
Hello, Roman.
Frankie. Can I call you Frankie? It sounds like a mafia.
You can call me Frankie.
You're a Viking mafia.
It's me and my wife talk about this all the time. A lot of my family, or just about all my family, calls me Frankie.
Frankie.
Like most other people call me Frank or Big Sexy or Super Stud, something like that. You can call me what you want.
We're really back a little bit.
But no, my immediate family calls me Frankie a lot because my grandfather was Frank. But that's how when you see someone like, is that Frankie? Then my wife automatically knows that must be a family member.
Frankie sounds like a mafia, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Frankie.
Yeah, or Frankie the Fish. Hey, yeah. Frankie the Fish.
Hey, call Frankie. He'll take care of it.
Frankie Snake. Yeah. All right. So I don't know if people see on video here now, but we're already pretty deep into some alcohol.
Yeah. Where did all these empty cans come from and bottles?
Probably my daughter.
But in reality, we had before we started recording here, we had a Instagram live.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good people join us, and someone jumped on video as well, and that was fun.
Yeah, a bunch of people jumped on video. I mean, it ended up as a success, but it was almost a fail at first because we tried to record this on Instagram Live. It just didn't work, and we're set up to do it. It's a small space, but there was internet issues, so we just had to bypass this part of the podcast and do the live. But a lot of people participated, and we appreciate all those guys. And
yeah, thank you, everyone.
All these beers you see, there's 4 or 5 beers deep, but like that's in an hour.
Yeah,
it was less than an hour.
57 minutes.
Pie Cruiser is a bad influence.
But really cool dude.
Yeah, I know. And all their good people, Beer Girl, all these guys, and Wilson Brewhouse, and World Beer Drinking Team, and all these guys that joined on TK. And Beer Kraken.
Sisters of Beer.
Sisters of Craft Beer. Yeah, well, all these guys, they joined us, and I'm sure there's some people we're missing, but it's a weird setup for us because we've got to, in this instance, this case, you were looking at the camera, but we've got to be near the camera, and we've got to kind of scroll through the things we're doing. So it's a bit cumbersome, but we've got this TV, we've got these other wireless capabilities. It just didn't work, so we'll fix it. But
yeah, we had a different plan, but a little conundrum here with technology, but
great shit. Fucking great interaction. It was just, and that's what we love to do. And like I said, Pie Cruiser, just a good dude, and very helpful, and it's a great community.
Yeah, and he messaged us. He said that it would be great to actually do an interview with him, have him on as a guest.
Yep.
And he said him and his friends have another podcast, and they'd love to have us on, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think we should keep spreading this good word and helping each other out.
I love the banter part. We just, we say shit about each other, and they jump in, and the beer girls jumping in and saying shit, and we're talking about donuts and ring toss and donut holes. Like it's just funny stuff, and nobody's offended, nobody mad. It's just fun things that you do.
That's what this is all about. Yeah. That's why we're doing this.
Well, it's also about drinking these beers, so we need to kind of crack this open.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at a Fonder and Blonder Blonde Ale, 6.0% ABV, right?
Yeah, 6% ABV, and the brewery is a Peacemaker Brewing Company. They are out of Canandaigua, New York. Mm-hmm. So let's crack.
Yeah.
The can art is pretty cool.
Yeah, these guys. This is all right. Let's see what this. We've got these other beers in us, so I don't know. You kind of mix different types. Like I don't know what this is going to taste like. But.
Yeah, we had 3 different types of beers.
Oh, and then what people can see doesn't include the other 2 or 3 we had during setup.
Yeah, we had to relax our nerves because I was getting ready to punch the computer.
We can't tell you, really how clear or unstuttering we're going to be with this episode.
Can you smell this already?
Yeah, this is not super aromatic, right?
Yeah, and it's not very. It's not too foggy.
This is like a semi hazy. Yeah, you got hazy IPAs. You got like a clear lager. Like this is kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, like I can't see my fingers on the other side of the glass, but
or maybe like a light apple cider or something.
Well, cheers to another good live we did on Instagram.
Yeah, and those are fun, and we're going to keep doing those, and we'll get better
Yeah,
at
we
those.
should.
Hopefully we can kind of mesh these both together and go from there, and not for any other reason, just because we've not seen it done. So we want to make it happen.
Well, cheers to all you guys who
Thank you.
follow us.
Oh, that's good.
You
That's
like
good after all these.
Yeah. Kind of like a refreshing taste.
Yeah, sometimes you mix something, you're like, ooh. I mean, it's only like 2 or 3 sips, and then you kind of get by it. But this is a pretty smooth transition for me. What do you think?
I'm enjoying it. I've tried this. So I go to this craft store near us here, branching out.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
And I'll buy like one of different type of flavors, like different types of beer. International, other states, local. And then here and there, like I go to a camp or at home or outside, back deck, whatever. I try them out and I do little photos and videos for the Instagram.
And I'm glad that you're
content.
clothed when you're doing those, by the way. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Nobody wants to see that.
Tiny fig leaf. But
and I tried this one at a camp and actually shared it with some friends.
Oh, you've had this before?
Yeah. And everyone liked it. So I thought this would be really cool to bring in and review it for our podcast. And I have to grade this.
I like it.
And I would say this is about 3.75, close to 4.
Yeah, it's got a really it's a smooth drink, but there's really not an aftertaste.
I can't figure out the flavor.
Yeah, but the color is pretty impressive, to be honest with you. Back in my younger days, I'm just slamming beer. I don't give a fuck what it looks like, what color it is, what it tastes like. But now you kind of like learn to enjoy it. This is okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a bunch of shit floating in it.
No,
from other flavored beers.
no, it's not fucking chunky like fucking lumpy milk beers and shit like that.
Yeah,
But this is
milk sours.
This is okay. So I'm maybe around the same as you. Maybe at 3.25, 4, something like that.
3.75.
Yeah. What I say, 3.25?
You said 3.25.
Yeah. Well, just add another half quarter to that, right?
You not following me or what's up?
Oh, no, like I said, I can't. I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to congratulate us for drinking all that beforehand.
I'm not looking for apology.
Good, because you're not getting it from this Viking. Vikings don't apologize. You probably don't know that, but they don't.
No, I didn't know that.
No, you go look it up.
What is
It tells you Vikings don't apologize.
Valhalla?
Yeah, they just take your shit and fucking kill you. they say thank you.
Did you ever watch that Viking show on History Channel?
Yeah, I watched all of it. I loved it, and that was offshoots. Yeah,
Yeah. There's so many of them after.
yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, everybody, the offshoots are maybe good after 1 or 2 seasons, but when you keep going, they're not really because they weren't planned for.
Yeah.
But I liked the show Vikings, and another show I liked was Black Sails on I think it was on Amazon. It was like a pirate show about Blackbeard and some other famous pirate, but basically in the Bahamas, and there's only a couple seasons of that, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to watch, but it's old. I mean, it's maybe 6 years old now, older,
Well, since we're talking about pirates and ocean and stuff, probably a good time to talk about a submarine.
Yeah, tragic.
Yeah. I see a lot of people created memes about that whole submarine
there's some pretty vicious people out
But
there.
before we get into it, I think it's safe to do a joke.
Okay.
What's hard, long, wet, and full of semen?
A submarine?
It's a dad joke.
Oh my god.
But not this one. This one imploded.
Yeah. So and whatever's coming out now, I think we saw a report that whatever happened with that Titan submarine submersible going down to see the Titanic, I think it had imploded, but it was, they lost contact hour and 45 minutes down, so that's probably when it happened. I think it's like a 10 or 13 hour trip down to see the Titanic.
Just to one way?
Yeah, and I think you're cramped and you can't stretch out and shit like that.
Wait, 13 hours just to go down?
Maybe 10. Yeah, I mean it's like 10 hours to go down is about 9 hours and 55 minutes longer than it takes you to go down.
I know. You're accurate.
But no, I think I don't. Maybe it's round trip, but whatever it is, it's fucking
Dude,
stupid.
holy fuck.
And you can't stretch out. Like you're there. Like you're just kind of sitting there. But basically, I think what the reports are now is that when it imploded, probably an hour and 45 minutes after when they lost contact, hour and 45 minutes. That's probably when it happened. Mm-hmm. But I saw a report that something, it superheats, and it's like the heat of the sun once it implodes, and it's like 30 milliseconds. It implodes like it's instant. Like, nobody knows anything. You're just there and then you're not.
Yeah, but they must have felt some kind of pressure before that happened. Like, I wonder if they actually died before that implosion happened.
I don't know how it works. I mean,
because the conditions inside of that submarine before it reaches that point of explosion, they must have been rough. I wonder if they died before.
Yeah, and
I hope they didn't suffer. I hope it was something instant.
Yeah. But
that's terrible.
I know there's a lot of reports about the safety and the lack of the importance to some people in that organization about the safety. I'm not in the organization. I go by what I hear. So
yeah, what the fuck did the owner say?
Something about not hiring over 50-year-old white men because they're uninspiring, or safety is just a waste of time or something. I'm not sure again. I don't know if it was a CEO or what. Yeah. I mean, but for me, if it's me doing it, I'm not doing it if that stuff's not in place. Also I also don't have $250,000 to fucking spend to do it.
Also, these people who spend that kind of money, I would research what's the safety, what kind of tests.
Or if you got that kind of money, have someone else fucking research it.
Yeah.
But like the one guy was with his son. You just paid $500,000 for your funerals. Because that's what happened. You're gone.
Did he have other kids?
I don't know. I whatever people want to do with their money is fine. But for me, these guys have been intelligent enough to make the amount of money they have to be able to do this. Mm-hmm. How can you not be intelligent enough to research the safety part of this? Like, I don't get it.
You know what else I was wondering the other day is, how the fuck do they know that it's Titanic? How do they know that this captain is not taking them to some fucking ship that fucking sank 10 years ago? They're like, that's Titanic, and they're like,
it's
wow.
It's Gilligan's boat from Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, like how the fuck, how do you verify that you're looking at Titanic?
I think there is things now that they see and that they previously did not see, even recently, kind of manufacturer stamps on some of the anchors or chains or whatever it is, indicating that it was from them.
Now from the time so Titanic is over 100 years old.
Right. Well, they found it in 85 or 86, the wreck.
Over 100 years it's been sitting underwater, and you can still see stamps.
Yeah, I think so.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I know. I'm serious. They got pictures of it because it's salt water, right?
Right, but it's got growth that has.
You got fucking growth. I can still see you.
Yeah, yeah.
I can still tell you're Roman. You got fucking growth on you.
No, but seriously, it's been sitting over 100 years underwater. It's got all kinds of corals might have grown on it. It's got all that
But maybe not in this spot that they see these things. I don't know. I don't. Again, I'm not going down there. I'm never gonna fucking go there because I can eat popcorn and drink beer and piss when I want in my fucking house and watch it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but so if we're gonna talk about semen, I guess I don't know. It just comes up. So. There's this death issue. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know why this comes up. So if it's life and death for you, like if someone said you have to do this or you're going to die, would you eat your own semen?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't know. This just happens to me. I don't
go from submarine to fucking eating semen. No,
you said semen. I don't know. You got to eat your semen or can you swallow it?
I guess semen? Not to die, I would.
Oh my God, that's a dotted line for me. Would you rather die? It depends. What am I going to face if I stay alive? People tell me you ate your own fucking cum. Maybe I want to die.
No one needs to know. You didn't say it's going to be a fucking.
How do I know? I don't know. Just like your stamps. Maybe someone's going to publish this. This guy did that.
You just made this shit up. So
I make up a ton of shit. I'm asking you the answer.
Yeah, and I'll be like, well, I'm alive, so fuck it.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, what would you do? You would rather die?
I just told you. It depends on the situation.
Fuck that. I want to be around with my kid.
I don't know. What if my kid's not around?
All right. You just made up a question.
Yeah.
I gave you an answer, and then you're making shit up to contradict that.
I'm not making it up. I'm giving you potential scenarios.
Well, you didn't start.
But it all ties in with the semen.
And the submarine and
Yeah.
death.
Right. And how quick you go down. All these things.
Does not take me 10 hours.
No, I will. He's right. It does not take him. I'll verify.
10. You'll verify.
I'll verify that it does not take him 10 hours to go down.
10 hours, dude. That's a flight to fucking Europe.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't even understand. I mean, maybe it's 8. I don't imagine it's fucking. I mean, it's more than 2.
Do you think they have to like make sure you eat healthy before you go down? So
I
like,
honestly think that us and probably the majority of the people listening to us would think, yeah, but
because nobody wants to go down the fucking enclosed tiny submarine and then someone farts.
but you but you think about this, and you're right. You think about this, but they don't give a fuck about safety apparently.
Oh fuck it, yeah.
So like maybe if I'm doing it, like I want to have more than 96 hours of oxygen.
This shit fucking probably imploded because all the farts that went in there.
Yeah, like it like sucked it in, like I don't really know what happened. Like I mean, maybe they don't give a fuck what you eat. Like what do you gotta do if you gotta pee? It's like a 20-foot sub.
Yeah,
is there a bathroom in this thing?
Is there like some kind of a catheter that's fucking attached?
I mean,
to
that's
you?
literally a shit sub, a shit sub sandwich right there. But I don't know, and I don't know why you'd want to do this, other than is it bragging rights, like saying people I got enough money to do this? Because what is the value?
Excuse me.
Oh my god, I felt that in my ball bag. My nuts just vibrated. Do it again. Do it again.
No, I can't. I can't.
Come on.
On demand.
You can't tease me like that.
If I was in
I
a submarine,
swear to God, I think my nuts fucking.
burping.
Yeah, you couldn't do it in a submarine. You can't last 10 minutes without burping. What if you get a fight? What if you hate the person next to you? Like you're an asshole, and now you get in a fight in a submarine.
Yeah.
Now you're using up oxygen in there. Like,
Yeah.
So I had a question that I was asking my wife. Like, so a submersible has a mothership. It's got to be deployed from a bigger ship. Why can't they just have a big ass fucking cable tethered to it?
Yeah, more than one in case
or
one
whatever.
fails.
I mean, in this case, I guess it wouldn't matter if you'd imploded, but like, there is nothing. Like, you just kind of
tell
go
you
down and was hoping you could talk to us. But like, I can retract you if there's a cable that I can fucking put on a pulley.
I'll tell you why. Because he doesn't give a fuck about safety.
No, and that's a problem. That's a problem to me, and that would be a problem to my $250,000 that I don't have.
Can you imagine, you flying domestically, or it doesn't matter. You get on the plane and the pilot's like, yeah, fuck the safety.
Yeah. Right. No, or even they do it all the time on cruise ships.
That's not inspiring.
Hey guys,
fuck that.
we can fit 4,000 people on this cruise ship, but everybody is supposed to have a life preserver. So we're gonna say fuck that. Now we can fit 4,001 people on.
Yeah, fuck the life preserve.
You know,
That's extra weight.
I mean, the body's buoyant, so like just hope you don't get eaten by a shark, and then you're pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, well, why? I mean, safety is expensive. I get it. I mean, it really does cost a lot of money. Right, but
it's necessary.
it's something that you're paying this kind of money for. Like, I mean, if you got $250,000 to spend, you got $300,000 to fucking cable to fucking pull me back up.
Look, we put seatbelts on in the car.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do they wear helmets in their fucking sub?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing? I mean, how do you dress? Like, what's going on here? Like, I'm hungry. What
That guy's
do
a
I eat?
fucking idiot. He needs to be fucking prosecuted.
Oh, I think he's dead. I think the CEO died. I think he was in the boat, in the ship, in the sub.
Oh, he was operating the sub?
No, I think the CEO was in it. I don't think he was operating. And then someone says like the controller was like a fucking Nintendo controller.
Oh, I heard about it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not. No, but I think the CEO was in the sub.
So the one who made those comments like safety is overrated, it's bullshit, I don't hire people over 50, he was inside the sub?
I believe so, but people can fact check to find out. I mean, whatever. I don't care who it was. That's a bullshit statement to begin with. Like safety is. I mean, I'm the first time. I'm not just like safety guru, and I'm not like this overly safe guy that like. But there's shit you do. You don't ride a motorcycle at 100 miles an hour in New York City and hope it just works out for you. Like, it's just, there's things you do. There's stupidity, there's safety, and there's fuck off.
Yeah, my guy's operating a nail gun. There's a lot of fucking safety and training that goes into it. I don't let him.
Yeah, and furthermore, I wouldn't want to be responsible for someone else getting hurt.
Exactly.
I would be devastated if it was because of me that now I've got to go tell someone's family, sorry, your spouse isn't going to make it, or your kid.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I mean, I'm getting mad about this, and it's not even mine. Like, that's just stupid. It's stupid that you operate that rate, and it's stupid that people pay for that.
Yeah.
You know,
Basically, you pay $250,000 for your funeral.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and like I said, $500,000 for that one guy who had his kid with him. I mean, yeah, and I mean, I don't know how. Maybe he's in his 20s. I don't know, but you got a lot of life left.
Well, I'm going to change the subject.
Yeah, change the fucking subject. So you going to eat your semen?
What?
Are you going to eat your semen?
I told you, to survive, yes.
Well, how much of it would you eat? Like a pound?
I don't know, man.
Would you freeze it like cheese?
Fuck off.
We'll call it cheeseman. Like, would you like like butter?
Put in my coffee.
Cum butter?
Cream.
Yeah. Whatever. There's lots of things you could do with it.
So not too long ago.
You're trying to get off. You're trying to get off on the subject.
Get up. You know that spray off, like for mosquitoes and
Like, yeah, the brand off, OFF, yeah.
yeah. You know, if you put that on top of a car jack and you jack it, you're jacking off.
Yeah, I guess you're not lying. Like,
What's that sound?
I don't know. It's probably you jacking off. Was it quick?
Yeah.
It
Must have been
was
me.
definitely you.
So, what was I saying? Oh,
Something about how you
was
like to take cucumbers up your butt. I'm
no,
not
there's
sure.
there's a tree right near my house, and there's a bird's nest up there, and one of the what do you call a baby?
We call them birds.
What do you call a baby bird?
That we
Chick-
call them baby
chick.
birds.
A cheek,
Chick, yeah.
right?
It was a hot chick.
So- yeah. One of them fell down. I don't know if it was pushed or the nest was crowded or something. So I didn't know what to do with it. So my wife and I we contacted our friends. They work for like a nature center, and she came over and she said that it's best not to touch it, but
Yeah, because you're scent, maybe, right? Is that what I heard?
I think the mother would rejected it. So it's best what to do is get it off the ground and maybe into another.
But how do you do that without touching it?
Well, you can put like a rubber glove on.
Oh, so just not your
Yeah.
oils
Yeah.
or
So
your semen,
I
for
took
that matter.
Yeah, because it's all over my hands, glazed like a fucking donut.
Donut,
So
Pie Cruiser
I
restaurant.
took bakery.
Yeah, bakery.
So I took like a small flower pot,
Mhm.
and I had some dry grass, like hay, and I stuffed it,
Hey.
and I made it like a nest. So then I zip tied it to a tree, that same tree, and I put a rubber glove on and put the bird in there. So hopefully mother would feed it.
That's today?
Yeah.
So you got to go see if it's still.
Yeah, hopefully it's up. So I'm hoping it's off the ground, so like animals won't get it.
Do you know what kind of food a gay horse eats?
Hey.
Uh,
First of all, you gotta find out if it's gay or not. How do you know it's gay?
why does it matter?
You just asked.
Well, I don't know. How do you know?
I don't know. You know.
I don't have the bandwidth right now to figure out if a horse is.
Well, if two male horses are banging, then does that count gay?
I don't know. We'll have to ask them.
Anyways,
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's an unanswered question.
I rescued a bird today. I hope.
Well, you gotta go check it. Yeah,
I'll have to check it tomorrow.
Yeah. It's they're really fucking. I mean, they're dirty animals to begin with.
Yeah, just I couldn't like face it that.
I mean, how would they like if we go shit on them? Like, what if I go shit in your nest? You shit on my car. You shit at like. They don't
I
give a
don't
shit.
know if I can face like letting this bird die,
Yeah.
knowing I could have like saved it.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, several years ago, there was another nest that was, excuse me, that was lower.
That was a baby burp.
Yeah.
Not a baby
And
bird. That was a baby burp.
So the mother was not around like almost all day. And so I felt bad for these little birds. So I dug up some worms and I fed them
Oh,
one
yeah?
by one. Yeah.
You got a lot of free fucking time, man.
No, it was
You
afterward.
need to drink more.
I wasn't into craft beer at that time.
Did you hear about UPS and this potential strike?
No.
So I think August 1st, I think there's 350,000 UPS workers. And I think August 1st is a date that they could strike based on, there were some things they wanted. I read this briefly, but one of the things was like, I guess their trucks didn't have air conditioning in them. So they've made this concession. They started putting trucks in, or air conditioning, but I don't know what the other parameters are, but that could be a huge problem for the U.S. and the supply. I'm in the supply chain business, so that's why I know about it. But
So no Amazon orders in August.
well, no, Amazon has got their own delivery now, right?
Yeah, but they also use UPS.
Yeah, they also use the USPS.
Yeah, they do.
You know. But I don't.
That would be really cool.
Remember the railroad thing they were talking about?
Yeah.
So, but the
railroad workers. That's fucked
they
up.
avoided that too. So I don't know if they're gonna.
I don't even know the outcome of that.
I think it was.
How did they resolve the railroad issue?
Well, I think there was a bunch of issues, and I think the majority of them were. I think our government got involved because they get involved in everything. So I think they got involved and sort of smoothed things over, and then avoided the shutdown. But I don't know. I think if there was 20 things they wanted, I think they got to 15, and now they're going to work out the other 5, whatever that ratio is. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. But I don't know what's happening with UPS, and I imagine that they're going to avoid that also as much as they can, because it's. I think it's valid whatever they're trying to, what they're grieving against, but I just know that it's a much bigger problem if they're not around to deliver to the U.S.
So with the railroad, I know there was issues like safeties, which the fucking submarine.
Well, there was time off. There's something with time off.
Time off. Excuse me.
Wow.
Fuck.
Thank you. My nutsack. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Just get a vibrator, dude. Fuck.
It's you. I named it Roman.
So disturbing.
For you, not for me. I'm good with it.
So with the railroad, there were issues with safety because that accident with the chemicals on the train.
Right. But was that before or after this potential strike?
That was, I want to say.
You're talking about, what is the Ohio town or something?
Yeah.
And that's gone away. I don't know.
Well, that whole disclosing of chemical on the trains was removed during Obama presidency.
You don't have to claim what's on it, you're saying?
Yeah, something like regulations were removed. So they didn't have to
hazardous transport.
disclose.
It's pretty regulated, but
even milk is transporting milk. That's really dangerous. If that, when I was in the fire department, we had to go through hazmat training, and in hazmat training, we were taught, because we have dairy farms around here. So if milk was to spill and that was to get into a river, that would fucking devastate fish. It'll kill.
Oh, for the marine life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't realize that, I suppose.
Yeah, so that's how important that is with chemicals being transported.
In this instance, milk doesn't do a body of water good.
No. Yeah.
I'm such a fucking idiot. I really am. I should just not talk.
So I hope railroad workers got what they were asking for.
Yeah, there's a lot of blue collar jobs that are legacy jobs, I guess you can call them, long term stuff, and it's what the country's been founded on. But I don't know as far as unions go. Teachers, firefighters, policemen, I believe all that, but it was designed to protect workers and their environment, and basically not get taken advantage of. I don't know if that's really the case anymore with all the government regulations, but certainly something this size is an important thing for our country to run.
Yeah, but I feel like the government regulations always favor the corporations.
In most cases, I believe so as well. But
yeah, they're okay, a corporation can say, all right, well, we'll do this for them, but let's make this change, which then fucks them again. Right,
but I think it's a however you want to work out the equation. It's a 1 to a 1.15. So the workers get what they want for 1, but the government gets the extra 0.5. or 1.5.
And then the corporation
Right.
gets to win in the end.
Right.
They'll say like, okay, well, we'll give this to workers, but remove the regulatory filing for fucking chemical change.
And I'll honestly, I mean, if we're gonna just put this out there, like I know the purpose is to make money, but it really frosts my fucking balls when these fucking corporate people, like heads of, I mean, you're running a business, I get it, but part of you being successful is the people that are helping you run that business. Mm-hmm. But when you're getting like $25 million bonuses and shit like that, fuck off.
Yeah,
that's fucking bullshit. Like, I mean, and it's not like a jealousy thing because, you know, I mean, obviously never going to get it, but like, I don't. Why is that acceptable?
Yeah, no, I want people to be successful, mm-hmm. but it's like it's almost as if there's no limitation. There's no like, hey, I'm good. Like let's spread the wealth. I'm good. You know, no, it's like how. I got this much money. How more can I fucking squeeze out of people? Right.
I mean, how
much more can I fuck people over so I can get more? Right. I want more. Like it's always this fucking like.
If you're getting a bonus at $25 million, you're already making $20 million. What the fuck is the difference to you if you made $50 million this year or $45 million? Throw $5 million back into something. I mean, I don't. It's. I don't know. Maybe it's me because we're not going to get that, and I'm not saying it because I'm not getting it. That's just bullshit. Like it's stupid. Like, oh, you know what? Take fucking $2 million of that and fucking research a sub that's going to Titanic and fucking put some safety in place.
Or like the stress. Like, do you need that fucking stress in your life? You know, like you get one life. That's it. Like, why not enjoy it? Yeah, work hard to enjoy your life and do fun things. But it doesn't matter if you have $1 billion or $2 billion. You have money to enjoy your life and do fun things. Right. Like the additional $1 billion does not change what you can afford to do.
And I never want to make money at the expense of making someone else less money. Like if I'm an employer and people are working for me, I don't want to be on this gold-laced pedestal and you are sitting on a carpet. Like I don't. That's me. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. I don't give a fuck. But like that's just not what I want to do.
Yeah, I just morally, I think I can't stomach. Like I can't knowing that someone is suffering. So that I can get rich.
But I want to be able to go to bed at night, like knowing that. I mean, and there are a ton of people, hundreds, thousands, however many that really care about their employees. I mean, they really do, and I understand that. But there's the other people that we hear about that make all this money, and maybe the other people do okay. Well, like, I just don't. I don't want to go to bed at night wondering, like, you know, and they probably don't go to bed wondering at night because that's why they're making so much money. They don't give a shit. But like, I would go to bed wondering, like, do they have a hot meal or are they warm, like that type of thing, you know.
Part of the people who are at fault are consumers, because you know what,
mean the people buying or the
people who are demanding specific services. Like we'll take Amazon for example. You know that workers in Amazon warehouses wear these like buzzing like devices. Like if they slow down, you get buzzed. Like keep up the fucking pace. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. They work in these.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
In the U.S.?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking buzz off you. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I'm not kidding. So they have these warehouses with no air conditioning. Like there were strikes because people are like suffocating these like warehouses with no air conditioning because Amazon doesn't want to spend money to put air conditioning in.
But how do they know what pace is accurate for your job that day? Like,
they keep track of like. Do you ever see Amazon drivers running between the car and the house?
No, never.
Yeah, they run. Like some of them are just fucking running because they have specific timeline that they need to fit into. And then Jeff Bezos believes that after 3 years of working, you start to adapt bad habits and you're not efficient, so they fire your ass.
But Jeff Bezos is not in charge of them anymore.
I understand, but that's the format the company runs.
So I don't understand. So, I mean, what kind of lawsuits are there when you're rushing around like this? And remember, like years ago, it used to be like, you know, I think it was Domino's. We'll get your pizza in 20 minutes or it's free. Mm-hmm. So if it showed 25, you call and complain. Like I thought there was lawsuits and stuff because people were speeding to get things and they're getting in accidents. Like,
right, there were pressures that put on people. So they're not speeding to get in accidents. But they're like, all right, I can shave off 10, 15 seconds. If I run from the car to the door between multiple houses, I can be ahead 5 minutes or so, right? So it's same thing goes to, like, there was this one guy, he was a veteran. He was working as a delivery driver. And there were just some houses he couldn't deliver too fast, or fast enough to the requirement.
Pressure, man.
Yeah, a lot of these people are under a lot of pressure. And there were strikes. Like, there were employees of Amazon who wanted to go to set up a union, and they were taught, like, they were forced to take classes, like, and teach them, like, don't form a union, you know. So there's a lot of fucking bullshit going on.
But even, like, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this is from the company that doesn't even interview their fucking workers now.
And
you show up and you can work today. They didn't interview you, and you don't have to work tomorrow.
And you know what? A lot of these people get fired by email. Like, an algorithm decides that you're not being efficient enough, so you get an email you being terminated.
Wow.
There's no explanation. There's no meeting with HR. Nothing. So it's just like you're a tool that's disposed when it's not efficient.
So this is a company taking advantage of a country that has a maybe higher than expected unemployment rate.
Yeah, and then
so they know they could just turn it over. If you're gone, someone else is going to come in. But what's going to happen when the employment rate's not low and people aren't looking for a job at a fucking place that drills you into the fucking ground?
And they get tons of tax breaks because the town wants them to come in to do business in their city. And part of this,
like the mall.
Part of this is what I was telling you. Why is that in place? Is because consumers wanting, like, there's this comedian. I watched him live. Fuck, what's his name? Something Chong. So he was like, pretty soon.
Cheech?
No. He was in Crazy Rich Asians movie.
Okay, yeah.
And he was saying, like,
is it Tommy Chong? Is there Tommy Chong? Yeah. I don't know if it's him or not.
That. But anyways, he was saying that, we want things now. Like, I want it now. I want to pay for it, and I want it now. Bring it, shove it down my fucking throat.
Yeah.
Chew it for me, and then put it in my throat. Mm-hmm. I want it right now. Yeah. I want it tomorrow.
Right.
You know, like, it's what I was saying. Basically, consumers are part at fault. And I try.
But they didn't start off this way, so they bait you into doing this, and then they change the format to appease your addiction.
Amazon put a lot of businesses out of business because what they've done is they have the capital to outlast the loss in product to close that business. Now there's no competition, then they raise the price up.
Yep.
So there was this diaper company. Fuckers. They offered to buy this diaper company, and they said, no, we're not selling it. They go, okay, we'll carry the same diapers. They'll lose money, and they'll sell it really cheap. So now people have no reason to buy diapers from you. They'll buy them from us. We can afford this loss. Now this company lost all these customers. They closed the business, right? And then Amazon raises the prices up.
I mean,
it's bullshit.
I understand the business model, but it's not what I agree with.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's why I try not to buy too much on Amazon.
It's super convenient. I get it, right?
Convenient, but you'll be surprised how many places.
You guys didn't hear that.
You'll be surprised how many places they can offer 2-day shipping like Amazon does.
But Amazon doesn't offer 2-day shipping anymore.
They don't?
No, they don't. Like, their Prime is like free shipping. You might get it in 5 fucking days.
So now it's even more bullshit. Like,
it's not even 2 days.
Yeah, so there's no competition now then. Like, all these other retailers can ship it to you just as fast as Amazon. And oftentimes I have found that Amazon prices are not cheaper than other retailers.
But these other retailers, whoever it is, I mean, I don't give a fuck who it is. Mm-hmm. Amazon has a great setup for website and ordering and all order history. Like, people need to get that system because that's what people pay for the convenience. Like, I'll go if I'm not going to get it in 4 days, I'm going to get it in 6 days. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
If people were to design it like Amazon does for, like, you can buy it here, like, however the algorithm works for, like, you suggest other things, like, That's what people need to do.
Well, Amazon carries a lot of product, right? Different product. But when you go to some of these companies' websites, it's for that particular item. It's for that particular product. Like if you want to buy paint, you go on to, I don't know, Sherwin-Williams, Behr, whatever, like all these, other paint companies. So you're going to buy paint, right? That's it. So what are the suggestions you need? You're there for paint. You pick the paint you want. You buy
You get a tie-in sales with your fucking paintbrushes, drop cloths, all the other bullshit.
whatever, yeah, recommend it, right? So that's fine. But with Amazon, it's more of like one-stop shop, right?
Right.
Like you come here, whatever you can think of, we probably have it.
Yeah.
And that's what people like. But just take that extra step. That's why you and I are working so hard to push U.S. made product, right? Like we want people be encouraged to support local businesses because that's what's feeding families here in the States.
Right.
And if we spread that wealth, not just drive everything into that one company, but spread it amongst all these small companies, or even like medium-sized companies, but not just one company that's monopolizing. Right. I think is the way to help people to survive.
And for us, we've talked about this a number of times. I mean, we're 15 episodes into this, whatever it is. USA made products. We'll pay a little more for it. I don't want to pay double for something that's disposable. Mm-hmm. But if it makes sense, I'll do it, and I'll do it every chance I can, whether with a high dollar auto purchase or a fucking pair of socks. I don't care. I was thinking about this this episode from The Simpsons a while ago. And it was Homer saying they could deep fry this turkey, or no, they're trying to sell this deep fryer, and he says, the salesman, this will deep fry a buffalo in 17 seconds. He's like, but I want it now. Like it was 17 seconds, but that's our country.
That's the fucking mentality.
I mean, you go to Europe. We visited there. We've gone to all these places. It's a different atmosphere here in the U.S. Everything's a rush. Everything's got to happen. Everything's got to be quick, and it's just the way it is.
It's that like now, like faster. I want it faster, right? Like sometimes you ever see some people like use a smartphone and they'll click on something like search, or if it didn't happen right away, they're like, fucking, I clicked search. Like, let's go. What's happening?
I kind of felt that way with our earlier fucking Instagram live.
Yeah.
It didn't fucking work, but that was just a connection problem. But
I'm like, fuck, some people like just calm down, just wait. Like it's a computer. It's something that like we want things so much faster than technology can deliver. Right? Like our mentality, our drive is like this.
And we're probably growing quicker than the technology
Chill the fuck down.
Infrastructure is. So I mean, if everybody's has an iPhone now, 10 years ago they didn't. Now you're taxing the network trying to get everybody the same service, and they need to increase that and hopefully avoid these situations. But like we said, the Instagram Live, I don't know what the fucking issue was with the internet, but it's fucking mind boggling and fucking frustrating. So that's why we have this.
Yeah, I have some solution to our network problem we can fix. We can try.
We'll figure it out.
But speaking of some products in the US, I got one. Mm-hmm. You like my haircut?
No, I don't like your haircut. But I know someone on the Instagram Live did. They wanted to pet your head.
Yeah, so pet.
Yeah. But this looks okay.
I used a US made product to cut my hair today.
Was it?
And it's a Wahl, WAHL clippers.
Oh, Wahl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So they're US made. Yeah. They have really good warranty, and their product is decent.
Yeah.
They've been around since 1919. So yeah, long time. And I've used their product. So I'm on like third set in 15 years. I've been cutting my own hair for a long time. So but they've replaced parts. They've replaced a unit.
And I don't know what's satisfactory to people, but if you're on your third set 15 years, so one every 5 years, if you're paying $50 over 5 years is not a fucking problem.
No.
Right. For the amount of use you get out of it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're fucking trimming your ball bag.
Oh, you want it to be as safe as possible.
Or you got a head trimmer. You probably got a head trimmer for that. Big fucking gas power.
No, but like I have, these clippers with different
settings. Yeah.
I use them to cut my son's hair sometimes. I use it to cut my hair is easy. I just put 0.5 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I used to do like fades and like that. I use them to do my beard. But that's U.S. made product right there. They've been around for a long time. Good quality clippers. And
yeah, so keep supporting those for sure. You know,
yeah,
I have a pair of those, I think, but I don't use them as much as you do. I mean, I used to kind of cut hair for people, but you know, just on you drink beers, and that didn't work out well. 'Cause one side,
sorry,
not my hair. I don't give a fuck. You know,
I use. So they have corded and cordless stuff too. So I use corded for like my head and my beard too, but cordless is nice for like your ball bag. Or like on the go, like you bring it with you. When I travel, I bring a cordless unit.
right.
You know, that does like, I use it to trim my beard and stuff like that. So
Plus, if you drop the cordless in the water, you won't get zapped.
no.
But if you drop the corded, there's probably a market for people that like that anyway. You know, like, fucking,
Did you like bring up some weird fucking porn genre the other day? But this
I may have brought it up, but like,
porn genre get electrocuted.
yeah, but yeah, this is what, yeah. The previous porn genre of the last episode was not related to this one.
Oh yeah,
No,
don't even.
No, I don't want. Yeah. No, we're not there, but we're probably close to the end of this episode anyway, because I think we're there.
Can we end this now?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, support local. Thanks for supporting us, and anybody that's listening to this that's going to check out the Instagram Live or that was on the Instagram Live, we appreciate the patience, and it was fun. It's really a fucking great time, but we need to get and I don't know that's even our fault. I mean, there's a connection issue, but we got to work it out so that
we'll get better.
Yeah.
We thank everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for following. Please follow us on all social media. Follow us on YouTube as well. You know, now that we're hiring someone to do our video editing, so we have video content. Subscribe, please, and like, and we really appreciate you guys.
And don't forget the 2,500 Instagram follower giveaway. We're at 2,100 now. So
yeah, once we reach 2,500,
that's 100. That's 100. I think since last episode. So
yeah,
look for that.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Till next time.
Yep. Bye.